What's up, weirdos? Welcome to another episode of Universe of Weirdos. I am your host, Jay Kraft, time traveler extraordinaire and the prime-time American degenerate. I am here with Brother Dan.
Hey.
We are about to hop into our time machine. We're about to go back in the past.
Oh, yeah.
And we're going to watch them predict the future.
Okay.
So I am excited for this. I have compiled some clips of predictions of the future from the past. Now, I'm sure you probably remember like those goofy Looney Tunes cartoons that would be like, the home of the future. It will automatically shave your face. And then it would show them like, you know, the cartoon, that it would shave the whole face off and everything. It was usually like something goofy that would always show something going wrong.
Yeah.
But it was played for laughs and not necessarily real actual predictions. But I've been fascinated lately, since this is Universe of Weirdos and we travel all through time, I have been fascinated with the past and their view of what the future would look like. Because we're definitely living in a lot of these people's future right now.
Right, yeah.
Now, I don't know if you remember certain like post-apocalyptic movies from way back in the day, but you remember Escape from New York, right? With Kurt Russell?
Right.
Well, that movie took place in the futuristic year of 1999. So they made it in what, the 70s, something like that. And it took place in the future of 1999. And it was like, so people had these weird, almost like idealistic this vision of the future that like maybe was a little bit more ambitious than they should have been with it, because it just doesn't seem like they didn't take a whole lot of innovation into consideration with some of these visions of the future. Like a lot of the stuff from the 60s would be like, it will still play your favorite record, and like, you know, weird shit like that. And then, you know, like the people that they envision of the future are still dressed like they're in 1955 and shit.
Yeah.
So it's been really interesting, but we're going to the BBC. We're going to go across the pond. We're going to go to Great Britain. We're going to see what the BBC's up to in 1966, 1986, 1974, and 1987 to see what their predictions were like. And this one is 1966 from Tomorrow's World. Children imagine life in the year 2000. And this is from 1966.
Oh,
so
okay.
1966, what they thought the world was going to look like in the year 2000. If there's a visual, I'll show it to you. But I think it's pretty much just kids talking.
2000. I think I'll probably be the spaceship to the moon dictating two robots, or else I may be, I don't know, in charge of a robot court, judging some robots, or I may be at the funeral of a computer, or if something's gone wrong with their nuclear bombs, I may be sort of coming back from hunting in a cave.
So he thinks that robots will be controlling robots, and you might have to go to a computer's funeral. So, all right.
Nice.
Yeah, sort of getting out and finding you've got a cabbage pill to eat for breakfast or something.
Have a cabbage pill to eat for breakfast.
All these atomic bombs will be dropping around the place.
Well,
and it was one will get near the center, because
that's not very accurate. That kid's prediction sucks. We're not going to have atomic. We haven't had atomic bombs dropping everywhere. Not even since 1966.
Yeah, so they're all concerned about the bomb.
Yeah, like I think atomic bombs are going to be dropping everywhere. It's like, guess what? Good news, buddy. Never did. So.
The world will just melt, and
the whole world will melt.
One vast atomic explosion, and it will become like a supernova, stars.
Some madman will get the atomic bomb and just blow the world into oblivion.
So another kid that was completely concerned about the atomic bomb. Like these kids, especially kids in Britain, man, they were scared of the bomb.
Yeah.
But I mean, you can't blame them. They got their fucking asses handed to them in World War II. Germany bombed the fuck out of England during World War II. So, I mean, obviously they're scared of the atomic bomb and shit. So this is really interesting to go through.
More people who get bombs.
More bombs. More bombs.
Somebody's going to use it one day.
Well, I think that
It'll be so overpopulated that there'll all be wars, all nuclear explosions and everything.
More nuclear explosion talk, but overpopulation. Okay, that's a concern.
I think that there'll be no life at all really on the Earth.
I don't think there is going to be atomic warfare, but I think that there is going to be all this automation. People are going to be out of work and a great population. I think something has to be done about it.
That kid's a fucking visionary.
If I wasn't a biologist, that's what I'd like to do. To do something about the population problem. Try and sort of temper it somehow. I don't know how.
Okay, hold on. This is 1966. That kid's still alive. Is he working on some shit?
Yeah.
You guys got him working on infrastructure, or is he in politics or something? Because he's like, I'm not too worried about the atomic bomb, but automation's going to be a big thing. This fucking kid in 1966 is predicting AI.
Yeah.
It's gonna put a lot of people out of work and everything, but then you got to start focusing on overpopulation, and maybe some stuff's got to be done there. Here's the thing: it's densely populated areas. Everybody always talks about overpopulation, but there are so many places in the world where people do not fucking live.
Yeah.
So if you get those people from being concentrated in a central area and just spread them the fuck out, that solves your overpopulation issue right there. So that British kid, now that he's a British adult, figure that one out, sir.
Yeah.
Very dull, and people would all be squashed together so much there won't be any fun or anything.
Again,
and people will be
overpopulation.
rationed to the amount of things they can have, because if they had too many things, it would just squash their houses, and there just wouldn't be room for them.
If you have too many things, it will squash your house. Okay, so it went from a really smart kid to a really dumb kid. We just hopped from the kid that's talking about, automation's going to be great. Maybe we can use it to help solve overpopulation, to if you have too many things in your house, it will squish it. Oh boy.
Should have started with her.
Yeah. Yeah, really. All right, here's another young lad. We might end up bailing on this a little early because this is a 6-minute long clip.
Yeah.
So I think we've got the gist of what most of them are talking about and are concerned about.
People will be regarded more as statistics than as actual people.
Wow.
I don't think it's going to be...
Wow. Damn, kid. People are going to be, yes, look at they're buying your data. They're looking at your fucking, you want to accept cookies on this website? Yes, you're right, motherfucker. People are viewed a lot more as statistics than they are people. Man, fucking kids used to be way smart back in the day.
Yeah,
when you didn't
real.
have the internet to just suck all of your fucking attention away from you and just send you down these rabbit holes of TikTok nonsense. You had to actually read books and shit. These kids were smarter than shit.
For real.
I love that, man. But yeah, I mean, that seems to be what the British kids in 1966 were concerned with. Nuclear war, overpopulation.
Yeah.
And I mean, some of those kids were pretty fucking smart though.
Yeah.
So
they
now,
were definitely worried about the bombs.
yeah, absolutely. So now we're going to go 20 years later. It's the same show on the BBC, Tomorrow's World. It's the same exact show. This one's a shorter clip, but this one's from 1986. And this is what children predict the world is going to be like in 2020. So this is what they predicted that the world would have been like 5 years ago. Let's see if any of it came true.
Next programme, we looked back over 21 years of Tomorrow's World. And what we didn't show you was an interview filmed back in 1966 when we asked a group of 13-year-olds to look right forward to the future and to imagine themselves in the year 2000.
What, in the year 2000?
This is
I
the
think I'll
same
probably
thing. Boo. I guess, okay, so here we go. I'll fast forward a little bit because now they're just kind of replaying the clips from what we just watched, some of the highlights of what we just watched, and then they're going to interview some of the kids from 1986. So here we go.
Hopes and fears of today's 13-year-olds changed as they look forward to the year 2020.
So here's the 86 kids.
Brainwaves to converted into radio waves, sent to someone else, converted back into brainwaves, and it'd be like what would you call it? Like a telepathy thing.
Okay, that kid's stupid. What's the science behind that one? In the future, we're going to be able to send our brain waves to other people's brains like radio waves so we can communicate telepathically. That's magic. That's not technology. That's,
Yeah.
I mean, sure, we can send text messages. There could be a device where you could send things to other people's things, but hey, I'm going to buzz my thoughts over to my wife real quick, tell her to make me some dinner.
Yeah,
what?
That's horrible.
That was a really terrible prediction. I don't know, like, I'm pretty sure people evolve and species evolve over the course of millions of years. I don't think within, 40 years in the 1980s to the 2020s, we're going to develop fucking telepathic abilities.
I don't want you just buzzing into my head.
Yeah. Hey, what are you thinking about? I'm jacking off right now. Stop sending me a message.
Channel tunnel, you could have something like a space tunnel, and you could go to one planet to the other, like bypasses.
Okay,
Obviously.
a space tunnel that will take you from one planet to another. Now, you can see how over 20 years, kids seemingly got dumber. So, we got brainwaves and a space tunnel. All right. Let's see what this goofy looking fucking Charlie Bucket looking sumbitch has to say.
The war worries me, but I don't think that'll happen unless they've got computers that press the button for them, because no, I don't think any human being is capable of actually pressing some button that releases all nuclear arms, because it just means destruction of the world.
Well, guess who's president of the United States right now, buddy? You might want to fucking second guess that one, because if you don't think that fucking reality show host doesn't get butt hurt all the time over the littlest things and will drop some fucking nukes on people, you haven't been paying attention.
Yeah.
So here's a black British kid, it's always fun to hear black people speak with British accents. It makes me, I don't know, it makes me feel some type of way, because it's like, yeah, dude, this is awesome.
Mars, yeah. But I think they'll still be living around here.
I think
I'll still be living around here. That's awesome. That was the prediction of the future. I'd probably still be, maybe not this block, but I'll probably still be living in London. Oh, you mean like the future for the world? I was just thinking I'd be working a 9 to 5 and paying my rent, all that good stuff. You know what I'm saying? That's my prediction for the future. Chilling, baby. I love that guy.
Unless they have another planet to go to, there will be loads of tower blocks, or people will be restricted to a certain amount of kids, and probably be computers.
Okay. People will be restricted to a certain amount of kids. You have not seen some of the white trash that I know. They keep squirting them out, and I have a feeling it's so they can get some government money for it. Like, that's my theory. So I think that maybe the government should step in and go, hey, if you plan on living off of our dime, you can't have any more kids. I actually think that's terrible, because that's eugenics and that's evil and that's stuff that Hitler preached. So I don't actually believe in that, but I'm just saying they're not going to limit how many kids that you have, because that would just be a little bit cruel.
Yeah.
The country.
But when it comes to wars and things like that, nuclear bombs, and then they're designing these different gases that can kill people within seconds and things like that, I think that aspect of technology should be wiped out completely.
Okay.
Amazing, isn't it?
No, yeah, it is amazing. And also, your hair is 1986 as fuck. Look at this. Look at this Aquanet job on that woman right there. Absolutely. That's a whole can of hairspray in her fucking hair. So, yeah, there you go. You can see that the kids 20 years later weren't as smart as the kids from the 60s.
Right.
Weren't as educated, had a little bit more distractions. So they weren't really well brushed up on things. I mean, telepathy, space tunnels, that was the prediction. But I mean, I guess then again, in the 60s, you had some stupid kids too. If you have too many books, your house is going to collapse. Oh, you really think that? Because that's dumb. But here we go. We got 1974. This is from the show Blue Peter, which, all right.
That sucks.
I would hate to have a Blue Peter. If you had a Blue Peter, that means that your date didn't pay off. So
for real,
that means your date took you only certain way and then kind of left you hanging there at the end.
Ouch.
And here's Blue Peter from 1974. Ideas for the year 2000. Let's see what we got going on here. It seems like it's just got kind of a guy introducing the thing first.
Well, these are just a handful of the entries we've had. In fact, we've had 135,259 altogether, and they're all different ideas.
Very
so
specific.
You can imagine that Pete, Leslie, James Burke and myself have had quite a job judging them.
But between us, we have looked at every single idea. And actually, they do seem to cover every possible aspect of what life could be like in the year 2000.
Yes, they do. And it seems that quite a lot of these ideas could well come true. What do you think of it, James?
Yeah, I was very impressed by the
houses being squished by all of your possessions.
From 5 to 15. Very, very good.
They got the whole idea of the composition, haven't they? Well, we've got the prizes.
All right, so this is kids 5 to 15 are predicting the year 2000.
We'll each receive
we don't need to know the prize.
Continue with
These
the
are the
awards,
prizes.
and we'll
Who
also be
cares?
sending out those 9 top prizes. So let's have the results of the top prize-winning ideas.
Okay, and we kick off with the 7s and unders, and we'll do them in reverse order, so I'll give you the 3rd prize first. It comes from Andrea Westall, and there it is. A very simple idea. We didn't necessarily give prizes for complexity of design or drawing. Very good idea, simply a robbery-proof door. The door reacts to the voice of the person who is allowed to go through the door.
Is going to happen in the year 2000,
is it
as
practical,
predicted
for
by a
example, if you've got a guest
7-year-old.
that you'd like to give a key to? How would they be able to use
Oh, yes, well, I mean, they're working on these things called voice prints at the moment, and all you do, presumably, in the year 2000 is let your computer hear the voice of your friends, and when they arrive...
Yeah, I mean, there are, like, keyless locks that you could have now, so, I mean,
voice-activated.
I wouldn't necessarily consider it a robbery-proof door, but, you know, that was a decent prediction for a kid that was 7. Kind of the concept of a Ring doorbell-ish type of thing, or, you know, maybe like a scan your fingerprint and get into your house that way or something.
The year 2000 that wins the 2nd prize in the under-7s. Here it is. It's a very ingenious idea indeed. A cow specially bred to give wool as well as milk. And it's been thought up by Isla Fordyce, age 7 from
That was
Aberdeen.
number 2? That was an idea that was better than a robbery-proof door. Crossbreeding a cow and a sheep so you could get milk and wool at the same time. That's what we're doing. That was a prediction of the future.
That's great.
We're going to get a cow that gives you wool and milk. So congratulations. God, who was the winner?
That's rather clever, actually.
Dying to see the winner of this
So
one.
what would you call it?
A keep or a
And they did
shower?
this little drawing of it.
One or the other.
But that's not so silly, is it,
Cat-
James?
it just looks like a sheep with udders.
Yes.
Specials that have been
This kind of
really all it looks
breeding
like.
to get, in this case, two things out of the same animal. Very clever
Certainly
idea.
economical. Well, this design that I've got here is the one that's won the 1st prize in the aged 7s and unders age group. It's been thought up by Elizabeth Bryce, who's 7.5 years old. She comes from Abbottsley in Huntingdon, and it's a cloud blower. And apart from the fact that the basic idea is very good, in fact, Elizabeth has done it beautifully. She's illustrated it very well.
She has. Actually, it tells a sort of story.
What
Starting
does it
up
do?
at the top here, you see there's a country, it could be Ethiopia, where there's drought, and there's another country here that could be Australia last month with floods, and her cloud blower sucks in with a vacuum the clouds from the place where there's too many clouds, takes them to a place where there isn't any rain,
It's a vacuum.
and an ice machine converts the cloud into rain, which then falls on the drought area and makes everyone happy there. And of course, the area that's right under the way, Sheppy.
What an amazing invention that won't ever practically work.
Everyone is happy as well because there's no more rain. I think smashing that.
I like that particularly
A
because
vacuum that sucks up a cloud and brings it to another place.
Yeah.
So you can suck up clouds from Australia and bring them over to Ethiopia and everyone will be happy. Oh boy. I mean, okay, that was the 7 and under category, so let's give them a little bit of levity here. Let's see, maybe the older kids have better ideas.
Again, a very simple idea, but an idea that I think everybody would like to have come about. It's a window, and you look through the window to see what you want to see from day to day. So if you want to live in Paris on one day, you just press a button and there's Paris. And
It's
if
a
you want to go
television.
paint a pagoda, you
That's
press
a
button and paint
television.
pagoda.
That
And I
kid
forgot to tell
invented
you
a
who it was.
television.
Jane Walshaw, who lives in Cheadle in
Jane Walsher's an
Oh,
idiot.
Well, the next prize, the
She's a
2nd
bad
prize, in
kid.
fact, in the 8s, 9s and under, is this. Now, another girl has actually won this, and it seems as though so far girls have won every prize. It's a space wallet for the year 2000.
A space wallet?
A little bit of money dropped out there, but not to worry. And inside, you've got special car keys for the year 2000, and a little bit of money down here, metal money.
It's
These are
literally
special
just still a
shapes.
wallet.
That's 1 credit or 1
It's
cent,
not
I
a
think.
space wallet.
And some
It's
paper
just a
money up here.
wallet.
And the good thing about this money is
With
it's
futuristic
European
looking money
It's
inside.
smart.
It's still a wallet.
EMU, European Monetary Unit, and that's 1, that's 5
okay,
there,
it's because
and
they
there's
invented a
10 there
different kind of
at the
money
back.
inside,
Instead of having
I
half a
guess.
dozen countries with half a dozen different sorts of money, you just have 1 set of money.
Okay, so this
And
person
then
actually,
next door to it,
they invented a centralized currency. They didn't invent the wallet. they're basically saying, and then this is money that we'll spend all across the world and be worth the same.
Yeah,
There's an identity card. But the bit I like,
and then
Danny, is the
an
lunch
ID
bills. You don't have to go out
card
to
and
lunch. You
stuff
just open
like
the box
that with
and take your pill, and you've had your lunch. And then a very ingenious
a
idea
lunch
here
pill,
is a letter
like we have
written
in the
as
year
though
2000.
The year 2000 was here. Starts off, Dear Dad, at school today, we were the first children to try out the new teaching computer. It was a great fun because all we had to do was press a button and then wait for the lessons to come up. And then a bit later down,
she invented e-learning.
How is Mum getting on with the house cleaning robot? Rather nice.
Okay,
And
Roomba.
down at
She
the bottom it
invented
said
Roomba.
PTO. At the top, next time I write, it will be with my new thought writer. Well,
My
that's rather
thought
a good
writer?
idea. And that's from Caroline
Text
Howell
to speech.
of,
She invented
Dudley
text to
in Worcestershire.
speech. Trying to give her the benefit of the
Very well
doubt.
thought out from beginning to end.
She's obviously thinking about living in that period
Yes.
of time too. You said we didn't have a boy so far. We do now. The winner of the 8, 9, 10 group, top prize, David Sutton, who's 8. Here's what he sent in, and it's a combined dishwasher and recycling unit. You have your plastic dishes made of what he suggests is some kind of plastic clay. You use them, put them in the washer washes them, and then if you want to have different kinds, suppose you've been using plates and you want cups, it simply takes this stuff and turns it back into the basic material and presses out the thing you want after that. So it's a very simple idea, and it's very neat.
That
Because
seems
it's
very
closed cycle,
convoluted.
so you don't
It
have to
sounds
go
very practical.
But I do own a 3D printer.
No, not at all.
It's kind
First
of
prize
like
in
that.
the
You can
8s,
make
9s,
cups and
10s.
stuff
So
with it.
Now come to the 11s and
I don't
over.
think that it's a dishwasher that melts your dishes and then reforms them into a new dish if you want it.
Yeah. It's not washing dishes at all. It's recreating your dish.
Yeah, it's melting your dish. Hey, take this plate and turn it into a cup. I'm thirsty.
Yeah.
It just doesn't seem. I just don't think that the idea of dishes needs to be.
Yeah.
Like I think the bowl has been around for a very, very long time. We don't necessarily need to improve upon it.
Yeah, it's not. Hey, I just ate a plate of spaghetti. Now let's turn this into a cup of Kool-Aid.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly. It's just so weird. Hey, you want a beverage with that? All right, give me those. Give me your utensils, and I'll come back with a drink for you. So weird.
The third prize in that group was this one. It's been won by Guy Morris, who's 13 years old.
Guy
He comes
Morris?
from Stockton-on-Tees, and he's called it a Triton submarine city. It's an underwater
submarine
city, which
city,
includes a nuclear
an
power
underwater
plant to supply
city,
energy,
which is-
a solar reflector system,
All right.
and solar collecting discs for extra
Would you want to live
economical power.
underwater?
And I think that the feet
No.
that
It
it
sounds
stands
so
on down
dangerous.
on the bottom of the sea there have probably been developed from the
All right, so he
modern
invented the
technology that's used now for
Bioshock
deep-sea
world
oil
from the
rigs.
video games.
That's one of the things I liked about about that drawing. It's done with very great care, and he's obviously taken pains to find out about what's going on at the moment and
Yes.
use
It is
that.
beautifully drawn.
Yeah,
Lots of
lovely
detail.
graphics.
Yeah,
now
yeah,
the,
kiss the kid's
second
ass.
prize in that age group goes for an idea to help elderly people and disabled people. And
Life
here it is.
alert.
It's an invalid chair for the year 2000, and it's been thought up by Malcolm Fox, who's 13 years old, and Malcolm comes from
Okay, it's some sort of
Rickmansworth.
chair.
Actually, we've had a lot of futuristic invalid chairs sent in, but this one particularly seems to have some extraordinary gadgets, and also Malcolm has followed through his theory with some very detailed and very clear descriptions of how it works. He says that what happens is the whole thing is run on a battery-powered engine. The engine sucks air in through these ventilation shafts and then blows it out through sort of aero-thrust tubes there. Now, the tubes are
Well,
angled at the sort of degree which will
that
drive
technology
the chair
never
along.
took hold there, buddy.
They help to hold the chair steady, and they can also
I don't know
make
how
the
you
chair
won.
go up and down stairs.
It's nice.
But yeah, that would be your ultimate winner there, I guess. The kid who invented the air-powered wheelchair type of thing for old people who can't walk. But I don't know about that one. But yeah, kids predicting the future doesn't seem to be the best way to go. It seems like if you ask kids, they're just going to either improve on an already invented thing, or, they're going to come up with some complete nonsense.
Yeah.
But then again, I mean, some of them had some good predictions. That one kid talking about the teaching computer and things like that. There's definitely e-learning and all of that good stuff now. So they have those with kids a lot. Yeah, it's e-learning day. It's like, oh, well, I still have to go to fucking work. What am I supposed to do?
Yeah.
What am I supposed to do? Stay home with my kid? I send him to school while I go to work. What happened? But yeah, so that's children, and we're gonna end with 1987. This is the BBC, but this is an adult predicting the person of the Future.
Oh.
And this is the only one that I watched back ahead of time, at least the first half of it. I watched it back ahead of time, and it's pretty good. Their prediction for the person of the future is it's a pretty good one. So let's see if this person exists today.
But now, a vital part of tomorrow's world, tomorrow's girl.
Tomorrow's
What will
girl.
future science and technology do for her, or perhaps more to the point, what will she do with future science and technology? No hair, a nylon wig, just
No
a quick
hair.
wipe with a damp cloth, and your head's as good as new.
Shave your head and wipe it
Notice
with a cloth.
the shirt with no collar, but that is made of paper.
A paper
Best
shirt.
thing for jotting down telephone numbers. In
So
fact,
she can
you
write down
could,
telephone
make
numbers
all
and
over
notes.
yourself. The jacket and skirt in plastic.
Plastic jacket and
the
skirt.
Sort of material that they used for covering kitchen tables not so very long ago.
Like a
And if
vinyl
the
tablecloth?
synthetic weather should prove unreliable, why then we have a plastic Macintosh with these extremely interesting transparent pockets.
Hey, can you hand me my
Oh,
plastic
and,
jacket?
one other thing, the earrings. On tomorrow's girl, they wouldn't just be earrings, they'd be tiny transistor radios, light program for one ear, third for the other, every taste catered for.
Well,
Well, you wouldn't get away with that today.
I personally think it would be more earbuds, not one of her earrings has an AM FM station and the other one gives her personal memos. You see how like when they predict the future, they don't ever take technological advancements into consideration?
Not at all.
Like they still think that people are going to be on AM FM radio. Like plastic is still going to be like the big material that everyone uses, or somehow like cloth will be obsolete. It's like, dude, I can tell you, I would much rather wear a cotton shirt than a fucking paper one. A paper shirt sounds like it would be really, really uncomfortable.
Yeah.
So I think they have
real
a more
stylish too. Here, let me write down these notes on my shirt.
Yeah. Hey, what's your phone number? Will you write it on my chest?
And I think the most striking thing about that piece of film is the way that everything is so firmly locked into the 60s, except for Raymond Baxter's suit. But what about all those advances in science and technology? Did we get anything right? Well, the thing was that Tomorrow's Girl came and went very rapidly.
Yeah.
Shortly after we made that
Never
prediction,
became that girl.
paper clothes did go on sale, and they were cheap enough to be given away free with packets of soap powder. But they weren't very comfortable. Not only did they crease and tear very easily, but if you had a tendency to sweat, they turned to papier-mâché under your armpits. So, on the whole, plastic and paper were a brief fad. Although, in some areas, disposability did become indispensable.
Imagine going out
for instance,
in a
theatres,
paper
in
shirt and it starts
hospitals.
raining.
So what should we have said about Tomorrow's Girl? Well, we can forget the radio earrings, because how could we possibly have guessed that she'd wear a whole tape deck in her pocket
Yeah,
and
she has a whole
computer
Walkman
on her wrist? Things which in 1965, before the advent of the microprocessor, would have been inconceivable. And 22 years later, she is still wearing synthetics, but they're light years away from the ones that Raymond enthused about. For instance, this is what nylon filaments looked like then, a little enlarged, but you can see they're very smooth and regular, and they produced these shiny, cold materials like this.
Okay.
Today's filaments can be made many times thinner, so that you can construct the tangled effect, even the little hairs that you find in natural fibres, and that's what makes these nylon materials feel so soft, warm and natural. So the idea now is to produce materials which are even better than natural fabrics.
Do we get
The
to see
fabrics
what
that
your
will take us into the
prediction of
90s
the
are
future
still
is
synthetic,
now?
but they're engineered to suit your every need and comfort. And as we never learn from our mistakes, here is our prediction of what today's science and technology will do for tomorrow's person.
Oh, yes. Yeah, baby. Wow, that guy teleported in.
Greetings, 20th century people. I'm wearing part of the gear of the future. Well, it may look like today's, but it's not what it seems. The suit is chemically treated to make it thermosensitive. It absorbs heat when you're hot, thus cooling you down, and releases it again when you're cold, so you maintain a constant temperature.
Okay, so a
Well, I
high-tech
don't have much in my
suit.
pockets. A few smart cards, holograms of my family, and we've finally solved the problem of lost keys. Don't have any in the first place. Each unique fingertip opens all the different doors in my life
Wrong.
when I press them against pattern recognition pads. I also carry my doctor round with me. A tiny biosensor under my tongue analyses chemical changes in my saliva and radios any changes that I ought to know about. To my tie, which changes colour so I can intercept most illnesses before they become a problem. And I carry my office round with me as well. Now, this isn't just a watch or just a TV phone. It's if you look, it might have Maggie underneath. Wave, Maggie.
Okay.
It's also satellite connected,
the smartwatch,
so I can receive information, any information I want from any computer I have access to around the world. And I carry a printer for that information in my briefcase, so that when I get a message,
it's a big briefcase that has a printer inside that's printing out pieces of paper.
What else have I got in here? How about this for a bit of future entertainment? This is my 3D TV, and I can shut out the world for the brief moments that
VR
I'm
goggles.
Still stuck on mass public transport systems.
So,
well, we take full
some
responsibility
Google
for our
VR.
predictions. So someone will be back in 20 years' time to analyse just what happened to tomorrow's person.
Again, you're not taking futuristic like innovation into consideration. You're still stuck very much in your modern day with that one. Like, no prediction of maybe they'll make computers smaller and you could have a laptop that you carry around, or a phone that basically does everything. Like, it's always like, look at these separate gadgets that do all this separate stuff. They never once took into consideration that, like, the radio that you listen to, the computer that you use, the television that you watch, the everything else like that, we can all put that into one device and centralize everything and make it a lot more convenient for you to actually just do your regular life. And instead, they're just like, and there's going to be a thing. Your tie is going to be able to predict your health, and you're going to have a biosensor under your tongue. No, that's not going to happen. So it's kind of hilarious to listen to them predict the future from the past, because that future has come and gone, and it didn't work out the way that they thought it would. So, unfortunately for them, that's all we have. But for us, their future is our present, and we're about to blast off back into their future. And I think that you can find me on my social medias. I am jcraft247 over there on X. I am UniverseOfWeirdos over there on Instagram. And you can shoot me over an email, universeofweirdos@gmail.com. Maybe you want to tell me what you think the future is going to look like. Are we going to have biosensors under our tongue and bald heads that we can just wipe dry with a cloth and throw a wig on? I guess some women still do that. It's fine. It's fair. It's fine. I don't care. But yeah, those were some weird predictions. Dan, where can we find you on Instagram?
I'm on Feverville317.
Absolutely. And Dan also co-hosts Planet W with me, a WNBA podcast. Feel free to look us up and listen to us talk about women's basketball. We have a lot of fun over there. We're always having the best of times with the WNBA and all of the players and all of the goings on. So we try to make that one fun. I mean, if you like women's basketball and you like comedy, you're going to like Planet W. So I don't have any reason to lie to you about that. Rate, review, subscribe, please. On whatever podcast platform you're listening on, please give us a thumbs up or a 5 stars or a positive review. It really helps other people find the show and really helps our audience grow. We've been growing a lot, man. I actually did a really good PopCon live show, brought in the audience, had a great time with them, and it was just a fun little circus all around. So I guess I will see you guys next time. I'm not sure what I'm talking about next. Maybe I'll do some radio stuff. I don't know. But I don't know. I guess blasting off until then.
See ya!